I have to admit, I was a little nervous about what I would find in all of my news feeds this morning, but it looked like all of the ballistic missiles landed in non-populated areas of our military bases over in Iraq. So again, near as I could tell, as of this morning, no fatalities and no casualties, um, which is which I had hoped for yesterday in yesterday's evening edition. Many of you had replied indicating you were praying for the same, and it looks like the unlikely happened. Uh, now, um, now we see what's next. This 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 could have gone horribly wrong, as we kind of talked about yesterday evening. But now we have an opportunity. Both sides have an opportunity to claim whatever they want to claim and stop the escalation. This is a moment in time where absolutely the escalations could stop. And we're going to see what happens. Frankly, it should go that direction. I don't think either side really wants a war. Let's hope nobody wants a war. But again, this is going to be a moment in time where we see if we can really have discussions and just throttle back what was quickly spiraling out of control to something that nobody wants. So we're going to see. The questions I have now in my head, right, reading things is I didn't know that it's just shocking that all missed. So to me, it has to be on purpose. I don't know the capabilities. I don't know the technology. I don't know any of those things. But to think all 12 or whatever it was, 15 missed entirely is, I can only think it was on purpose. It was a calculated risk so they can say they responded. They went off to the big evil empire, whatever they want to call us, and now they could just calm down and have discussions, right? If those had landed in populated areas and there were hundreds and hundreds of casualties, hey, good morning, Michael. So if it would have been, we would have seen a very quick escalation in all likelihood. Now I think again the adults get in the room and have a conversation. The other thing is, I can't believe we're reading tweets for updates. Did you see the tweet from, I don't know what he's called, the Supreme Leader or whatever? Let me see, I wrote it down. It said, these initial attacks were a slap in the face of the Americans, but they were not enough. Troy's online too. How you guys doing? So it's funny to see that tweets are now military strategy. Again, hope it all calms down. This could be this. Let's just hope this. I think we'll know in the next 48, 72 hours if this is just the calm before the storm, or if it's just going to be okay. Everybody's good. So that's that. Next up, either horrible timing, and I generally don't believe in coincidences. Call me skeptical, but did you also see Boeing 737 unfortunately had another tragic crash where 176 souls were lost in Iran just after takeoff? Um, there's apparently a video floating around. I saw a screenshot of it where it looked like the engines were on fire before it landed and exploded. Or I guess it didn't land. Does it land? I guess crashed is the right word, crashed. So now, now you got to try to figure out what happened. Is it a similar incident that happened to the Southwest Airlines flight? God, it must have been a year ago or so, where a flan broke apart, broke a window, and unfortunately killed the lady sitting in that seat. Or is it a some kind of terrorist attack, or even worse, did a rogue missile take it out? Right? Who knows? Right? So um, This is going to be a situation to watch. Boeing can't catch a break. I think most people are going to assume Boeing's at fault, just given what happened with the Supermax. It is important to say this wasn't a 737 Max. I mean, that is all over the news. Not a Max, not a Max plane, right? Those are all grounded. That is unfortunate. Next up, private payroll growth exceeded expectation, and once again shows that we are running a strong economy. In December, it was up 202,000 on an expectation of 150,000. So it blew it away, right? Up 25%. And again, what I'm interested about is where. The growth was in construction and other service related industries. Construction is the one I was hoping to see. This again is going to be a wind at our back. Even if manufacturing slows or other parts of our economy slows, construction is going to pick us up. Construction has been a negative driver, yes, nationally. Yes, Michael. Uh, Construction has been a negative driver or a weight on our economy for years, and it is going to come out and be a wind at our back for years to come. And um, that's why I'm very confident in talking about 2020 being a good year, no recession. It just can't happen. I mean, other than a World War III scenario where all the consumers freak out, it's going to have to be a very large black swan event to really slow this economy down heading into the end of the year. So again, it very strong, and I was hoping to see growth in construction, and that's where it was. Next up, Pier One. I don't know if you saw this. I don't. Does anybody shop at Pier One? But apparently they almost had 1,000 stores. I think it was like 957 or something like that. But they're closing up to half their stores because again they're being beaten by big box stores. Ah, expensive, yes, and online retailers. Shocking, right? Pier One, Bed and Bath, kind of the same thing, just a different riddle, and just they got to figure out what they want to do, what they want to be, or get out of the business. And they're going to look to close up to 450 stores, maybe even file bankruptcy. Not a good situation to be in. And then next up, uh, this is uh, this is what I think is going to happen in the Bay Area real estate market. All right, I use Manhattan as kind of the very tippity tip of the spear to kind of show what's going to happen in other high priced markets, such as the Bay Area. I don't know if you saw this, but Manhattan real estate in the fourth quarter, average price was down 7.5%. If you are flipping in the Bay Area, watch out. This is what's going to happen to you. All of you flippers in the Bay Area who have been killing it the last 5 years, what happens if your ARV is off by 7.5%? I've been telling you for years now, be careful. You need to look at Manhattan as your leading indicator and get the F out. It is going to be a problem, if not already. There's an 8 month supply of inventory. And that 8 month supply of inventory is only the inventory on the market. They estimate there's $9 billion in shadow inventory. 9 billion. That's a lot of real estate sitting on the sideline that would like to sell but can't. Another thing to point out, again, why I think Manhattan is a great indicator for the Bay Area is uh, properties sold over $5 million, which there's a lot of property in the Bay Area at that mark, was down 38%. That's volume, not value, volume. But again, it just shows you the market has changed. If you are again flipping in high price markets, if you are flipping 2x the median for your area, use Manhattan as a leading indicator because it can get painful. And again, if your ARV is off by 7.5%, and that doesn't talk about credits for closing costs and these other things that we all know can happen on the HUD, this is what I keep telling you. You could get burned. So, in the end, kind of summarizing the morning, was very nervous what I would see this morning, hopeful for the best, and frankly, it far exceeded my best case scenario. No casualties, no fatalities. Looks like the missiles hit some big sandy beaches. Let's hope this is a chance for all of us to get in a room and ratchet back the horrible rhetoric that was taking us down a very dangerous path. Boeing, tragically had another catastrophic failure. Now, is it I don't know what you call it, man-made, right? Did some horrible human being do it on purpose, or was it a tragic accident? We will see. Uh, Private payroll growth, blockbuster number 202 on a 150 expected. Pier 1 closing half their stores, and again, Manhattan real estate leading indicator for everyone. If we're in a rising housing market in the Bay Area, go up. It's Troy. I think that's Troy. I don't know if everybody can see that, but Troy is saying, hey, if we're in a rising economy, won't the housing market in the Bay Area go up instead of down? Look at Manhattan. Wouldn't you think that's the same thing there, right? Wouldn't you think a rising economy would raise values in Manhattan? I think that's a dangerous assumption. I think in general, people are leaving California. I think there are lots of reasons. And again, when we talk about, you got to remember, California is a huge state, right? I'm definitely referring to the Bay Area and some of the LA, Orange County areas when I talk about this. Those markets are overvalued, they're not affordable, and people are choosing to leave as opposed to sign up to $1 million homes. Now, Fresno, yep, 2x the median, exactly. Anything 2x the median. If you're in Fresno, the Inland Empire, some of the other areas, different story, right? You can live there on 60 grand a year and live there very happily. Uh, definitely referring, Troy, to the Bay Area. I think the Bay Area is going to be in for a market like Manhattan. I see Bay Area real estate coming down, even if the economy is strong. Um, yeah, certainly in Fresno for sure. Stay under 250. So that's what I think. I think, you know, I live in a condo uh, in the Bay Area that, I don't know, let's just say is worth more than I think it's worth. And I think it's going to be worth less in a year, right? So that's what I think. I think where I fundamentally live is going to be worth less in a year than it is today. And frankly, it should be. It's, it's, I wouldn't buy it today. I wouldn't buy it for almost half the price. I wouldn't buy it. So that's what I think. All right, everybody. Great news. Again, I was really nervous about what we were going to see this morning. And it looks like 15 missiles hit sandy beaches. So we're okay. All right, everybody. Take care. We will do our daily financial news tomorrow.